I was pretty much failing like 3 classes. I knew that I wasn't probably going to graduate from my junior year, so I just decided I'd start trying to look for work.
When I was a freshman, I didn't really have that much responsibility. I didn't really care as much. I didn't really think this will affect me in the future.
I got into the wrong crowd. I was skipping. At that time, I felt like, oh, well, I don't need this class if I don't understand it. And if they're not going to help me with it, then what's the point of being in it?
That's the time to consolidate.
Down.
Is your last notebook check for me?
I saw this opportunity to advocate as a more daily practice, to be able to check in with the kid every single day.
Look at you getting it done. I love it.
They asked me to be an advocate for a senior, and it was an easy yes for me. With this, it was an opportunity to deepen the relationship and hear their story and find out what are the barriers for this particular student.
I wrote Jason a really funny text when I found out that I was going to be his advocate. I told him that my boss had given me official permission to nag him. So he was like, ha ha, Mrs. Calder. I said, no, really.
With Miss Calder there, she was able to basically, come at me not as like a teacher, but more as a friend, like, hey, you need this, you need to graduate.
The first rule of teaching is relationships, and as corny as it may sound, they don't care what you know until they know how much you care.
It was a little bit slow at the beginning because he's more reserved and trust is not easily given out.
At first, I just thought, oh, it's just another teacher helping me. But the more days pass, our bond got stronger. So he knew more things about me, I knew more things about him.
There was a moment that I knew that he was really opening up to me, and that was when he was having a really bad day. And he came and wanted to talk. And he was willing to open up to me to tell me how he was feeling and what he was worried about. Yeah, I just felt honored that he would share those things with me.
And then I want you guys to use all.
If an adult wanted to connect with a student, they would have to change their mindset about what their relationship is like to that student and maybe disintegrate some of those boundaries that they have with their students. I'm not just an adult and you're a kid. I'm not just a teacher and you're a student, but I'm a human and so are you. And so let's have a conversation.
I chose Miss Litke because she was like one of my most trusted teachers. She knows how to talk to the students. She knows how to like cooperate with us, how to like nudge us along. It's just simple things that we don't ever get from like other teachers a lot.
And we've made, a type of friendship to where if I've got a problem, I can talk to her about it.
He's my sidekick, he's my bodyguard, and he keeps all my freshmen in line because he's my instructional assistant.
Yep.
It's critical that we're looking through the world through the student's lens. And I think sometimes in schools we expect all students to behave a way that we're familiar with. That outward mindset of who is this child, the student, and what is it that they really need. And I would need to put my own biases aside and really get to know them and help make sense of their world with them.
Having someone see him and see his struggle and ask him what it was he needed, I think that gave him a renewed sense of, hey, wait a minute, maybe I can do this.
There's so much need at this school. So many students who I can't help. And sometimes that's paralyzing, but I've just reminded myself that it's worth it to help one person.
Even talking with Matilde, who was in
We have advocate meetings, so it does make it easier on the individual when we can get together as a group, share our challenges, share our triumphs. Those are real moments for us.
Requirements are she can graduate.
If it weren't for the advocate, Miss Litke, I wouldn't be this close to graduating, honestly. She nudged me along every day, kind of inching me across this bridge of doubt.
I think that deeply caring for these kids involves being, in a lot of ways, the things that they don't have. Like a parent or being their friend, noticing when they're gone, being there to listen when nobody will listen to them. It means giving them snacks when they're hungry.
Around the oranges, on the oranges. You can sit at the desk in front of mine.
It just means being a positive adult in their life.
I chose Mr. Barch as my advocate because he saw potential in me. No other teacher would pay attention to me.
It doesn't matter where you come from or what hurdles you've jumped over or how many times you've fallen down and how many times you've messed up. You can do it.
I honestly think that if she wasn't there to, give out the extra hand, I probably would have not even made it to graduation. So I'm really glad and thankful for Ms. Calder.
These students want the same thing the rest of us want. They want to succeed.
I would like people in the community to know that our kids are survivors. So many of them just need a place to belong, and that it's up to them to help us here at the school and within the larger community to provide that space for our kids to feel like they have a space to belong. If they don't have that space, then my biggest fear is that they're going to fulfill all those negative stereotypes that people have about them instead of being able to be the people that they really want to be.
I learned a lot of things about myself. And one thing I learned was that I can take myself to higher places that I didn't think I would.
If a student has at least one person in their life that cares, that will go above and beyond for them, then they can overcome those barriers. They can make it to the finish line, and we can give them the best foundation possible for them to start their adult life.